Hey, what's going on? Ben Atkins here with Convert or Die. Welcome to the show. Today we got something that's pretty stinking powerful. We have, everybody wants to create content that is shared. Like, how many of you out there want to create content that is shared? I mean, I think that's the key. With a lot of our businesses, we realize social media is such a huge part of what we do now. Because if you can get your content shared, it means that your message goes farther and farther. You make more money because your business has more people looking at it. It's a powerful, powerful thing. By the way, on this podcast, something we just discovered we were going to start doing. If you want to jump on and download the Periscope app on your phone, you can catch us recording these sessions live, and you can be on our live Q&A. As we're doing the podcast. You can follow me at Ben Atkins, BenAdkins. And when we do these shows, I will announce them. You'll get notifications if you follow me. And you can be part of our live audience for the podcast. So didn't plan on doing that, but I think it's a great idea and means we'll get questions as we go through. So today I want to talk about the really, really important thing about why people share content on social media. I think that's the key. The key to going viral, getting your content to go viral on social media is understanding why people share content in the first place. And it really comes down to three things. Now, this was a really great article, and I'll have this in the show notes. Really great article that I just happened to come onto from a website called HiveMind. Okay, so HiveMind is really, really cool blog. Havis Chi, I'm not sure if I'm even saying your name right. But I love this article. I thought it was great. This actual article was by someone named Lynn Kendall. All right, so I thought this was great. Why do people share on social media? It comes down to three things. This was a beautiful, beautiful explanation of it. I think I've covered two of these things before on webinars, things like that. But these three things are why people share stuff. And if you think about this, you can use this to your advantage to get your content shared and get more people to your blog, get more people to your website, sell more of your product. Now, let me just go ahead and state this up front. There is nobody on social media that wants to share your sales page. Nobody wants to look like a shill for a company that is out there making money from their share, okay? People want to share content for three different reasons, basically, and we're going to cover those. So let's get started. I like these being short, and I like them being sweet, and I like you to be able to take action on these things that we cover on the Convert or Die podcast, brought to you, of course, by scriptdoll.com. All right, so first thing, of the three reasons that people do these, let's cover the three reasons first, then we'll go in depth with them. Number one is narcissism. Narcissism is like the first one. Rationalization is the second one, and wealth is the third. So narcissism, rationalization, and wealth. Those are the three reasons that people share content on social media. Okay? Those are the three reasons that people share content on social media. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean to us? Why do we need to know these things? Well, the key with understanding this is if we can control this, if we can take these things that we understand about social media and we can manipulate our content to fit into these patterns and get people to share more, then it means our message will go out there and people will never feel like they are being sold our stuff while we're selling our stuff. So let's dive in and let's cover these. Narcissism, rationalization, and wealth. The first one is narcissism. All right, so how many of you out there have shared something on social media because it makes you look good? How many of you have found an article and you shared it because it makes you look good? Now, some of you don't think that you've done that, but I promise you that you have. This is what I mean. How many of you out there have shared something because you thought it was funny? You thought it was funny and you shared it because you thought it was funny. Who's done that? I think we all have done that. We've shared something because we thought it was funny. But the deep-seated reason that we actually do that a lot of times is because we want others to perceive us as funny. All right, or we want others to perceive something that we shared because we want to be seen as smart. So it's not just about, hey, this is a great article and I want to help the world because they need to see it. It's because we want to be associated with that, and it's narcissism. It makes us look good. Hopefully you don't feel bad about that, but that is a huge reason people share on social media. So when you craft your content, can you craft something that makes someone share it because it will make them look funny, it will make them look caring for the world, it will make them look smart? If you can do that, then you will get a ton more shares. So I don't think there's anything too hard to understand about the narcissism side of it. A lot of times we share things that make us look good, and we perceive those things to make us look good because we want to look smarter, we want to look more funny, we want to look like we care for the world more. And that's the thing, that's the perception we want to have out there. So that's a great start. Now, the next reason that people share things on social media are rationalization. How many of you out there in the live audience on Periscope today have seen people share stuff because it's a rationalization? It supports their beliefs, their lifestyle, or their decisions. If you see political posts, that don't necessarily even have a lot of truth to them, if you fact check them, but you will see political posts out there, and the main reason they're out there is because it's a belief that someone already has in them, true or not, or founded in reality or not. But the reason they share it is because it supports something that they already want to believe. Something that we did a while back, and a lot of people hated us for this, but when we were first getting into doing e-commerce, we had a lot of people that were selling t-shirts, and we came out very heavily, hey, sell t-shirts all day. It's a great way to make money online, but run your own company. Run your own company. Now, a lot of people took that the wrong way, and they thought, well, don't sell t-shirts. Ben's saying don't sell t-shirts. That wasn't the thing at all. But what we did was we actually put out a Facebook post to an article that we were doing, and it was said something sort of negative towards tired of all the t-shirt hype. And we knew that was such a hot button issue that people that really didn't gear up with us, they didn't believe what we were saying, would respond to that article very, very much. They were mad about this, headline and post that we had, so they responded. But people that were also in the camp of thinking, you know what, I don't believe all that t-shirt hype, they would share it because it backed up their belief. It was a rationalization of their belief. Anything that's religious, politics, you'll see this a lot. But with e-commerce, selling online, small business, you can create content that people will share because it supports their beliefs. How many of you would like an example of this? Yeah, I think another example that we find very often in the fitness and health industry is people believe organic food is better for you. Would you agree? I learned a lot of people that are very organic, they're very vegan, and they believe that's the way you should eat. So you can put articles out there and social media content out there that people will share because it's a rationalization. It helps them support something that they already believe. Okay, so I'm not knocking it. I think that's all good stuff, but there you go. All right, so rationalization. So we've got narcissism. This makes me look good. We've got rationalization. It supports my lifestyle and beliefs that I already have. And now we have wealth. This is something that can directly or indirectly benefit me. Now, this one's probably the most interesting. All right, this one's probably the most interesting. How many of you have seen people that share things on social media because they think it's going to directly benefit them? How many of you have ever seen someone share a contest link because they believed it was going to benefit them and it was going to help them because they had a possibility of winning the contest? Or they had a possibility of getting a job because of it. Wealth. Is there something I can share that will bring more to my life in a monetary way or a stuff way? And that's the last one. Now, this is a great article, and like I said, we're going to link to it in the show notes. But if you are really struggling as a small business or as an online marketer, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever message you're trying to get out there, if you will remember narcissism, rationalization, and wealth, those are the things that people are looking for when they share content on social media. if you can follow that and you can gear your content towards that and the things that you're trying to get people to share, you're good. You can't just send them to a sales page, but you can send them to content that in turn sends them to a sales page. But you have to follow into that. So do your post. Do the things that you want people to share online, the things you want to go viral online. Do they fall into those categories? Do they feed into someone's narcissism? Do they feed into someone's rationalization? Do they feed into someone's want for more wealth? If they do, then you're going to get a lot of shares. So I thought this was a great article over at the Hive Mind, and I think that Lynn Kendall did a great job of actually writing this and putting it together. It's short, it's sweet, and it's an excellent sort of walkthrough. And I loved it so much that I thought we should go in and talk about it a little bit on the Serial blog. So that's the thing. The key here is go in, create content that really plays into your audience's sense of narcissism, rationalization, and wealth, and you're good. So thanks for being here, Convert or Die podcast. We'll see you next time. And I'm Ben Atkins. And thanks to the folks over at scriptdoll.com for sponsoring this. And check it out. And like I said, somewhere in the show notes, we should probably have a little place where you can get started for just $1. And there's a coupon code for that. Check it out. Check out the software. It will help you create sales copy for your business, your product, your software, and it's going to help you create it fast. So thanks for being here. Hopefully you learned something. Go put this into action, and I will see you next time.